What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee&Toys bringing you another figure unboxing and review. And today we got another 2-for-1, and we are sticking with the Indiana Jones 6-inch line of figures. And I'm really excited today because I've been delayed because I've got a new addition to my family, so reviews have kind of just fallen to the wayside, and I apologize, but I am back and I am here again to do that 2-in-1 Indiana Jones review. And of course today we have from Wave 2 of the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, and Indiana Jones Hypnotized. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm at the new dad stage where I need coffee at all times during the day, not just the mornings now. So I'm going to take a quick drink of this, and then I'm going to tell you more about what this line so far I've thought of it before we break into these next two figures. But that being said, the Indiana Jones line of figures so far, I've reviewed two. If you haven't checked out the two videos, I've reviewed Indiana Jones from the Dial of Destiny, and I reviewed the Target exclusive Indiana Jones Club Obi-Wan. Now, overall impressions of this line, I'm not super excited about it. I'm sold on the build of Artifact. So what I'm really what I'm hoping for today is a decent figure, and then I'm really looking forward to looking at the Artifact pieces that come with these two figures, because they're kind of main pieces to that Temple of Doom. I can't remember what it's called, but the skull with the rocks that glow. So I'm looking forward to I'm actually looking forward more to those than the actual figures, because I feel like there's some cutting of corners they've done with these figures, whether it's been in paint applications or in just, stuff that doesn't make sense for the figure in the case of the Club Obi-Wan. But that being said, let's go check it out and let's see what the box is all about, and we'll talk about it and we'll see where things go from there. And here we have it. We have Indiana Jones Temple of Doom sporting his fedora and his machete, as well as Indiana Jones in his hypnotized state when he is about to be sacrificed to Kali Ma. So with that being said, of course, standard plastic-free packaging on both of them, showcasing the figure and then showcasing a scene from the movie, kind of in a artistic rendering of sorts, but it is actual scenes that you see in the movie. So of course they have the build and Artifact, and we'll just kind of look at Indiana Jones first. Of course, if we spin him around, we get another part from the movie. And on the back, we see that he does come with his accessories, showing you what part of the Artifact he comes with. And of course, the figure, same as seen on the front of the box. Actually, no, I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it is. It's the same. And then the total Artifact that gets built out. And on the side, you see which part and the figures in the series. So far, we have reviewed Dial of Destiny Indiana Jones. Today, we are reviewing Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, Hypnotized, and Regular. We will be reviewing Hell in a Shawl soon, and I'm still waiting on Short Round. Been looking for him, can't find him yet. But of course, that is this one, and this one is the exact same on the sides, other than this one comes with the glowing stones. I guess I should show you that first. The glowing stone Artifact, and then of course this is when he's hypnotized and when he's fighting off the mob in the temple. And he also comes with the glows. So this is cool. The stones actually do glow, and you can see his accessories. So looking forward to opening this guy as well. So with that being said, we're going to break away, and we'll start with Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, and then we'll move over to Hypnotized Jones after that. Okay, so here we have Indiana Jones Temple of Doom in one of the final scenes from the movie. Of course, if you remember, he's on that rope bridge. He's trying to escape with the three stones, and he's being chased by the bad guys. And so just right off the bat, the first thing I've noticed with this figure is he is a marked improvement from the Dial of Destiny figure that I did the review on previously, where they don't seem to have skimped out on the paint washes as much. So what I'm going to do, if you can bear with me, I'm going to turn on my light here because it is evening and I don't get quite the best light. But you can immediately see that they've added paint wash to the bottom of the legs, or the bottom of his pants. And of course that shirt's all yellowed and just kind of nasty. And the really cool thing is he actually, and I don't know if it's showing up well on the camera, but he actually has bruising and whatnot from when he was smacked around when he was a captive. So a lot more attention to detail. I feel like this figure looks a lot like Harrison Ford, more so than the Dial of Destiny one. This feels like Indiana Jones as I look at it. And yeah, very, very good. Just a lot of attention to detail. Like you can see the different colors in the shirt. Now I will say I think they could use a little more paint wash. I mean, I don't mind having it on the bottom because that looks really good. But again, the feet have almost no wash on them at all. I guess they do on the sides. Let me see if I can get that to focus. So the sides look really good. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. I guess it does have more than I originally anticipated, or I originally thought I saw. But again, much better, a dirtier Dr. Jones, which is, Dirty Jones. That's what we want, right? So yeah, and of course even the fedora has some weathering in it. So a much, much better improvement than the Dial of Destiny one. Now, granted, I haven't seen the Dial of Destiny movie yet, so maybe there is a reason it's so clean in comparison to the Indiana Jones that I remember, who's more of an adventurer and not a geriatric. But I digress. So, Indiana Jones does come with a number of accessories. He comes first with his extended whip, which I enjoy very much. And as you can see, it's not really meant to... There's no real wire or anything in it, so it doesn't really do anything. But it is nice, so we have that. Of course, you can't have that whip without having the other whip. And you can see this one's a brighter brownish red, orange, whatever you want to call it, versus the one that comes with the other Indiana Jones figure that I've reviewed, the Dial of Destiny one, where that one only comes with this bullwhip, rather. And I do not see a reason why every Indiana Jones should come with both bullwhips. I'm sorry. It's Indiana Jones. Let's actually act like it's Indiana Jones. He also comes with his revolver, so I will zoom in so you can get a good picture of that. Not much to it. Black with a brown handle. And finally, he comes with a very warped machete. That's how it came in my package, so obviously I'm going to have to heat it up or something. Maybe I can warm it up real quick, just doing this a few times. Pro tip, you can use just some friction to get it warm and malleable to where you need it to be. So there we go. We improved it a little bit. So as you can see, not the pretty flimsy plastic, but it also can be molded back into shape fairly quickly. So that's probably the best I'm going to get it right now, but that's not too bad. So yeah, in addition to all that, of course, you get the artifact piece, which in this case is the bottom of the skull stone, and you can see it's got some very nice weathering on it. And it just connects to the back, I'm assuming like so. And unfortunately, the back of the artifact is the piece that comes with Short Round, who I don't have yet. So, but that's not going to stop me from building, or at least attempting to. So there we go. So with that being said, let's move over to the hypnotized version of Dr. Jones, and I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, here we go. We have Indiana Jones in his hypnotized state when he is down, getting ready to be sacrificed to Kali Ma. Let me turn on the light real quick. Again, I kind of forgot to do that. So the first thing I noticed with this figure is this just terrible cut right here for the neck joint. And it's really hard not to just see it. I don't know why that the shoulder ones don't bother me, but man, that neck one just is driving me up a wall. And I mean, on the package art, they hide it by having him look down, and then they kind of shoot at a high angle. So when you do it like that, it looks really cool, right? But man, when you just look straight on, dead on Indiana Jones, that's hard to look at. Of course, this accessory was already on him, so I just left it the way it was. Otherwise, the body's nice. I think it fits the musculature that was Harrison Ford for this movie. His arms seem a little thin, but then you think about it, it's like, this is not a superhero. This is supposed to be a regular guy through, hook and crook, and does archaeology adventures. Again, we have pretty clean pants. They do have some wash on the bottom. Same for the shoes. They do have that looks like they've kicked a few rocks. But really, when it comes up the body, there's just not really much of a wash. Again, not a huge deal, but the lines on the back where he's whipped, and beaten is very cool. I do like that. The face, again, if I can get to focus, very good for the Harrison Ford. Maybe the hair's just a little bit too good or too in place for a guy that's been, beaten on. But yeah, pinless elbows, very nice. Single jointed. But, still very nice. Everything moves very easily, of course. He's got a swivel at the knee that's kind of hidden, which I think I didn't mention that in the Dial of Destiny one, but it is there. But yeah, so there's the figure itself. So let's stand him up. And in the meantime, he does come with the satchel, which can open, and that's very cool. So we can actually put those stones in it, just like in the movie. And of course, it snaps right shut as so. He comes with the spear that memory is escaping me, but I do know I believe he uses this, and I like that it's made. It's not like perfect. It looks like a handmade spear. Look at it. You can see it. Now that's a cool attention to detail. This might be my favorite right now. Is the crazy skull they use to pour the blood. This is absolutely insane, and I believe. Oh man, I thought that jaw was hinged. That is terrifying. It looks like it's hinged, but it's not. Oh, it's so cool. It's so crazy cool. I wish they would have put a little hole in it so you could have actually, if you wanted to buy some, fake blood and just pour it. It would have looked very cool. Actually, pretty well scaled, too, for a head. Now, here's the part where I'm confused, and we're going to get into the stones because, as I showed you earlier, on the back it says glows, and it shows, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 stones that glow. That's the way I read it. So let's just get into it. I am trying to get these. Now, I don't remember exactly, but here's the 3 stones. I'm going to try to just put them in my hand. And I thought each stone had some sketching on them. Like this one has the 3, and I remember that one from the movie. But the other 2 don't seem to have any sort of sketching. And, they do look different. They're not just the exact same plastic. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. You get 3 more stones that are glowing. And so to me, I'm wondering, and I apologize that these are very small, so, these look like Jelly Bellies. 2. And 3. So yeah, it's interesting because I thought that the stones glowed, but in reality, it seems like they just give you 6 stones. And again, just to, drop me a comment because to me, this isn't a separate accessory. This is telling me that these 3 stones glow includes 1, 2, 3. Now, and again, glows, I don't know. Tell me what you think, because I was really kind of surprised. I guess I was hoping for glowing stones, and it's not a big deal. Let me see if I can get all 6 of them into the picture so you can see them. It's not a huge deal. It's just one of those things where I really did not expect, let me pull my camera back a little bit. I just didn't expect 6 different stones. 3 of them glowing, 3 of them not. I guess that makes sense, but yeah, very interesting choice. So with that being said, let me get some stuff cleaned up, maybe accessorize them, and we'll do some final thoughts. Okay, so I did get them both accessorized and just want to point out a few more things that I noticed as I was fixing up these figures. The primary thing I wanted to showcase was the Hypnotized Indiana Jones, and you can only get, I'll just move his hand out of the way. You can only get 2 of the stones in there. The 2 I have, well, I guess you can get 3 of them in there. 2 are vertical, 1 is horizontal, as you can see, and it's just barely in there. You can't close the case. You can't get all three in there, folks. Now, I didn't try doing them this way. Maybe if you lay them all horizontal, they'll all fit. But honestly, I still don't think it would close. That bag just seems to be a little too small to hold all the stones. But I kind of wanted one of the stones showing, because that's kind of how I remember in the, I know he throws them in, they burn a hole through the bag or something like that. But there's Hypnotized Indiana Jones. And then I'm trying to remember in the movie, because I'm comparing the two. I don't remember when he tears his knee, hit the hole in his knee for his jeans or his pants. But of course, this is the other one, and I went ahead and put the gun in the holster, and it's already the holster's already unsnapped. So you slide the gun down in here, and you snap it in like this, and of course, it's not really staying. So not a big deal, not a game changer, or breaks the figure. Now this was interesting because this bullwhip, you unsnap this, and of course it popped out now that I'm touching it, but it just snaps back in there. I like that design, but the other Dial of Destiny Indiana Jones, I believe, just has a peg on the back of the whip, and the peg just goes right into the belt. So very interesting. The other interesting thing is that really during this scene, or this particular version of the character in the movie, he's running away with the stones, but yet this bag cannot be opened. So really, if you want to make a good end scene Indiana Jones for Temple of Doom, you need this bag with the stones on this character. Which, as I looked at it even more, that bag doesn't open. Obviously, this bag does, but they skimped out on the collaring the buckle, and there's no collaring over here either. And it's actually I think it's actually two different colors completely. So yeah, they're like practically two different bags. Even though it's supposed to represent the same bag, I do believe. So again, just kind of little hit and misses, which maybe that was their point. It's like, oh, you have to get both these figures. In addition to doing the artifact, you have to get both of them just so you can have the correct Indiana Jones from the last part of the movie. So yeah, overall, what do I think? I think these are great figures. Again, I like Indiana Jones, so if you're looking just for a good, Temple of Doom Indiana Jones, this might be your best bet right now. But you're not going to get the artifact pieces you need if you really want to recreate that scene. And, a little bit hit and miss with some of the accessories, nothing major. And this one, you almost have to pick up just to have the stones for the artifact. And I just realized why I sound like an idiot when I talk. These are the actual artifact pieces. That's what they are. These are not the 3 stones that Indy's carrying. These are actually the 3 stones that are supposed to go into the artifact. Now, that being said, it says they glow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go jam some light into this, and I'm going to see if it glows. And I'll be right back. Okay, my lights are off right now, but the mystery has been solved. Here we go. Let me see if I can set them down here. Okay, here we go. There we go, folks. So, they do indeed glow. So that's very cool. So, I'm going to turn the lights back on here real quick, so bear with me. And I apologize for doing this on the spot. But I did want to showcase that they do glow, and I'll turn on my main light here real quick. And yeah, it's basically one of those things where I'm just not very smart. But it's nice to see that the figures actually do, or the stones rather, have a glow. So another pro tip, so these stones, as I pull them forward, try to get it to focus, are actually wrapped. You need to have the light enter from the bottom, and that's what makes them look very bright up through the stone itself, through the plastic. So yeah, there's your pro tip. Very cool. That makes this figure worth the price of admission if you want to have them in your artifact set. So with that being said, are you guys going to pick up these figures? I think they're worth it if you really like Temple of Doom. Some people say that's the best of the 3 original movies. I'm a Crusade guy myself. What can I say? I do like Crusade the most, but that's not what we're here to talk about. This is a great representation of the figure. If you're going to get just one from each movie, I would say this is the guy to go with. If you're really wanting to get deep into it and you really want these stones, then yeah, you have no choice than to pick up the Hypnotized Indy. But that being said, if you like the video, please leave a like. Make sure you subscribe below. We are doing that 500 subscriber giveaway live stream very soon. I just have to pick a day. Sometime in the next coming week is the plan. So with that being said, I'm Mark. This is Coffee with Toys, and I will see you later.